team. Welcome to the Mosaic. This is where we build a business and life we love, one intentional piece at a time. I'm Arzu, and I have to tell you, this episode is a big one. Now, I have been reading, and I am still in the process of reading the book called Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. I know that there's going to be more messages coming from this book as I read through them. But I have been waiting on this message till I finish this book. And I decided, you know what? Why wait? Just go ahead and record what you want to share now. And when I finish the book, if there is more, I will sure to share more with you. Okay? But you have to stick with me on this episode. Because this one is for people who are carrying a little extra. I mean, it could be physically, and I mean, dropping the weights. And this is not a weight loss podcast by any means, but I talked about it in one of the episodes. I believe it is episode number 23. You'll see it. You'll follow along. If you follow along my process, you can lose the weight physically. Okay. But this is also for the people who are carrying a little extra mentally, maybe emotionally. And this is for those people who are finally ready to drop the weight, the mental and the emotional burden, and step into who they are meant to be. This episode is really about becoming before you have it. So anyhow, let's go ahead and get going on this. And so really, there's like two parts to this. Okay, well, maybe three parts. Okay, so just bear with me. We'll see how this goes. But the first part is really me realizing that it's that aha moment when you realize you're not that person anymore. And I'm going to give you a very specific example. And in the last episode, I talked to you about my latest travel, right? And it was about a month ago that I went to a conference in Las Vegas. And this conference had lunch, the breakfast and lunch served, okay? But the breakfast was, the kind that you have the coffee, the muffins, and the pastries. Now, in the past, it was okay with me, right? I would have gotten muffin and a coffee every morning because it was the breakfast that was available. But not this time. When I saw the spread, and the first thought that immediately came to my mind was, who eats this stuff? I'm laughing because it was me. Like, I used to eat this type of stuff. But then it also hit me that I changed. That used to be me, but not anymore. I was no longer interested in the sugar. I was looking for some protein, some fuel. And when I couldn't find it, I was genuinely upset. I mean, not upset in this like hangry type of a way. No, nothing like that. Okay. This was like, this doesn't align with me kind of a way. And that's when I realized I really had become someone else, someone healthier, someone that's more intentional, more aligned. And it wasn't necessarily a diet that I was following. It wasn't like a rule that I was never going to eat muffins. It just wasn't me. Like having coffee and muffin every morning it's just not me. It wasn't going to cut it for me. So that was, I guess, the part number one is like the big realization that I changed. And the reason why I'm going through my journey and the example is I want this to be you. Like, I hope that you, and even if it is not in an eating kind of a way, maybe yours is in a business type of a way, that you realize you get to a point, you realize, oh wow, I've changed in a better way, in a good way. And then I guess the part two reveals itself, right? And that is the power of becoming before you have it, right? See, I've been on this 10-pound weight loss journey, and I actually probably have a few more pounds to go, right? And as I mentioned, I lay out the full roadmap for you in a previous episode. But this episode, this one is about who you become in the process. So really the shift starts inside before the scale or the business or the manifestation shows itself. It is that visualization, the belief in you, the identity that you're shifting starts within you before things become materialized in front of you or externally. But I didn't wake up with results. I became the person who could have those results. I visualized, I tracked, I did the work, right? But now I am her. So you want to be a person who moves with ease, wears what they love, or builds an empire of a business and radiates confidence, then you have to be that first person first, and then the habits will follow. And then maybe this is kind of a part three of a way. And I'm not a fitness coach or a health expert by any means. I'm just a person who figured out what worked for her, right? And I want you to figure things out for you, whether it is weight loss space, whether it is business space, whether it is financial space. But you have to believe in what you're doing first, right? You have to love. I love that the stop when you're full advice. But you know what? For me right now, I need the data. I need structure. That's why, like in the health space, I tracked my calories. That's why I track the protein. I track the calories. That's why I used an app that I mentioned to you before. Because data doesn't lie. And I'm not here to play games and guessing, right? I have goals and I want to hit them, and I want to know how I am doing. And that's where I want your business to go. And tracking by no means restriction. It means awareness. You want change, then you have to be aware. You want to maintain results, then stay aware. Right? So I want you to get to a place that you can intuitively know that you're going to hit a goal. But don't skip the steps to get there. Okay? And you know this by now, and I know this. This is your health. This is your business. This is your life. This is your journey. This is your body. Nobody is coming to save you. There is no plan, no coach, no partner, no product out there that's going to do the work for you. You have to do it for yourself. But here's the good news. You are enough. You are capable, and if you decide, you will win. You'll do it. Because the truth is the truth that no one tells you is when you become that person, you can't help but do what that person does, right? And then the results follow. It's a big thing. I want you to really get that. Okay, so let me go through some of the affirmations that I wrote for this episode. And I really want you to listen, say them, feel them. And I want you to be these things. You are already becoming the person who achieves their goals. Your body is strong, wise, and worthy. You treat your health like the sacred priority it is. You track your progress with love, not shame. You are proud of who you are becoming. You are unstoppable when you align with your truth. You are committed. You are consistent. You are clear. So, my friends, your takeaways from this episode is I want you to visualize who you are becoming. I want you to track your progress with love. Look at the data without the shame. If something went wrong, instead of saying to yourself, what did I do wrong and how bad of a person I am, just say, oh, that is curious. That's interesting. I wonder why I did that? What caused me to act that way? Get to the root of the problem, right? So that you can find the real solutions to the real problems. And then let's do this together. I'm here. You're not behind. You're not broken. And you are becoming. And that's exactly where you are meant to be. Okay? Don't forget to share this episode. If you have anything about this, please share it with me. Share it with your friends. But if you have any comments, if you have any feedback, I would love for you to make a comment and share this episode with your friends and leave me a review. It helps me so much. And this is the Mosaic, and we are here together, putting the pieces, one powerful, intentional step at a time. Love you. I believe in you. I'm out. Until next time.